Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Popondetta Park for the first time ever for the NPL Women's New South Wales Match of the Round as the Mount Druitt Town Rangers take on APIA Leichhardt. Two teams that have started this season undefeated. A lot on the line for both in this one. Both want to keep that undefeated run to the campaign going. APIA currently in first place. Mount Druitt in fifth. 1 win, 2 draws in their opening 3 games. APIA 3 wins on the bounce, and we've spoken it on countless occasions. For a team that wants to win everything this season, it's important that they got off to such a good start as they had, and they'll want to continue that moving forward. And this will be one of their toughest tasks, no doubt, in these first 4 games. All with respect to their previous opponents, but this newly promoted team most definitely creating a lot of problems for a lot of teams, in particular in the attacking part of the pitch for the opposition. Only conceding 1 goal so far this campaign. So far. APIA almost dropped points for the first time last week. Had it not been for a brilliantly gentle last minute goal, or stoppage time goal. Now Druitt so far opened the season with a 1-0 win against Bulls FC Academy. Rosie Galea getting the goal on that occasion. That was here at Popondetta Park. They then drew with the Stingrays at that same venue. At the same venue, I should say, 0-0. And last week, away from home, against, well, at that time, the most informed team in the competition, Manly United. They drew 0-0 there as well. So definitely a team that doesn't concede goals easy, but so far they've found finding the back of the net at the other end a problem. Something that they'll need to improve this afternoon if they're to get something from this game, because Brad Attard's team, as we mentioned, a side that wants to win all silverware available to them this campaign. We'll go through the lineups in a moment. Immediately on the attack is the home team, attacking from left to right in their yellow. The visitors are here attacking from right to left in their maroon and sky blue. For the Rangers, in goals, number 88, Renee Kristanovska. Number 2, Holly Williams. Number 3, Kaya Buchanan. Number 5, Emily Koss. Number 8, Natalie Kasha. Number 15, Rosie Galea. Number 17, Olivia Sloan. Number 19, Lena Karmas. Number 23, Tian Flavin. Number 25, Rita Boateng comes into the squad. And number 30, Rukaya Al-Faraj. We'll just see this corner. We know how dangerous Galea's deliveries are from this area. It's a great ball in. Testers Magus straight away, back in by Karmas, and they managed to clear their line somehow. APIA intent immediately from the home team, and Galea delivering that one straight in. Golding does well to deal with that, and now Mona Walker looking to lead a counter the other way. Rukaya Al-Faraj has a lot of pace and managed to keep with Walker and slow her down. APIA's team, Sophie Magus in goals. Number 5, Teal Kilbright. Number 6, Mona Walker. Number 7, Charlotte Lancaster. Number 10, Mel Caceres. Number 11, Ashcroft. Number 14, Mia Golding. Number 15, Gisela Pipino. Number 16, Estelle Fragale. Number 21, Caitlin Kiparizov. And number 24, Christina Kichik. Interestingly, Estelle Fragale's brother plays for the Mount Druitt Town Rangers men's first team. Good header there, won by Walker. Seems as though both teams are up for this game. I'm really expecting a really good game of football. These are two quality teams, and Al Faraj will look to use her pace here. Has a go, blocked by Golding. Good defending from the young right back. Al Faraj caught there by Pipino. Great work by Gisela Pipino. And look at her motor through midfield now. Lancaster wants her played forward, but a little bit too heavy there from Pipino. Did very well to carry that ball out of defence. Rita Bolting, as mentioned, gets her first start of the season. Top scorer last year in the Football League 1 competition. Top scorer for Mount Druitt, I should say. Comes in though to replace Keiko Tanaka, and that'll be a major loss for Mount Druitt. It's a bad challenge by Kichik, but gets away with it. Very lucky there. Strong from Kichik, but perhaps a foul there. As Lancaster now gets to work, delivers a great ball, and Ashcroft's. How was she late to that one? Which should have been a goal. It was a delightful cross from Charlotte Lancaster. In all fairness, 2 years ago, Charlotte Lancaster at Bulls Academy was one of the best players in the competition. She hasn't really hit those heights yet in the maroon. We know how heavy this jersey is somehow as well, in particular with everything that they want to win and their expectations. But Charlotte Lancaster showed how lethal her left foot is there with an excellent delivery. Ben Koff, just the coach of Mount Druitt, having a quick conversation with the assistant referee, asking the question about the foul. Felt it should have been given his way. Galea was brought down in the middle of the park by Kichik. Assistant referee said enough of the ball was got to there to warrant a no-call decision. Here's the ball over the top now for Cross, who stayed onside, and Kristanovska can't deny the corner. It'll be a corner kick now for APIA, the first of the afternoon for them. Lancaster will deliver with that trusty left foot once more. It's a great ball in. Testing ball, and I think it's come off a Mount Druitt head. No, the referee says it's come off Mona Walker's head. Last touch, and not many complaints either from Walker. We can hear Brad Attard asking for the press straight from the kickoff. It's obviously something APIA has identified in their analysis of Mount Druitt to try and put the press on immediately from a goal kick. And it's worked on a couple occasions already, and they've got the ball back now from a Mount Druitt goal kick. Here's Kichik. Ball pass there from her. Throw taken by Buchanan. Here's Caceres. Tiana Flavin on top of her immediately. Fragale closed down in midfield, but the ball remains with APIA. Here's Lancaster. Pipino wants it early. It was a good ball. Pipino made that run, but was just a little late in getting there. Again, that's calling for the press, and I'm sure you can hear him in the effects mic. Quite vocal on the sideline. He knows how tough this game is and how good this Mount Druitt team is. As I said, they would have done their homework midweek. They would have seen on the analysis they're a tough team to break down, but APIA already close on a couple occasions without testing Kristanovska. They really do look dangerous, exposing Buchanan via Lancaster. 2 games were played in this round 4 of action yesterday. A 0-0 draw between Northwest Sydney Spirit and the Illawarra Stingrays. Well, the Northern Tigers got back to winning ways, defeating Bulls FC Academy by 2-1. Chris Wood would be very happy with that result. Karmas offside. Flag was raised. I'm impressed with Lena Karmas. All her years, not complaining there to the assistant referee, or at least asking the question about the offside. We've grown used to that over the years and miscommentating on Lena Karmas last year. She did the job though to help Mount Druitt get promoted. Now she's back in the top flight again. That's a bad challenge there from Flavin. Should be lucky to escape with a yellow card. Clipping Caceres from behind. Lancaster will deliver this one into the box. Her last delivery from the corner was excellent. She can come close to something similar to that. APIA could be in here. Referee just wants a retake there. Wasn't the best ball by Lancaster, so somewhat got away with that. Measure out the 10 metres again. Ball comes in from Lancaster. It's another poor one. Tried to find Golding, but really didn't get the connection on the pass. And now as it go from distance, but took a deflection and helped it into the path of Kristanovska. Fragale wins the header. Here's Caceres. Lancaster back to Fragale. Just gets away with that touch from Flavin, but not the pass. Picked out by Galea. And Karmas slips in. Al-Faraj, great save by Magus. The danger isn't away yet. Here's Karmas now on the left. Blocked. Karmas through to Boateng. And Boateng delivers great challenge there from Estelle Fragale. Corner kick for Mount Druitt. And Galea prepares to deliver once more into the area. Swinger, a bit too heavy this one. Finds Karmas though at the back post and a little bit too heavy. Al-Faraj picks up the loose ball. Galea will get it back on the left again. Blocked. Pipino couldn't take it in her stride. The ball will remain with the Rangers. Here's Buchanan. Gives the ball away to Caceres, who now tries to play through Pipino, but Kristanovska sweeping well. And Al-Faraj coming from an offside position. Ryan Buchanan arrived at Mount Druitt from Northwest Sydney Spirit. Had a good season last year, did Buchanan. Intercepted there in midfield. Kasha there as well, the number 8. Also came over from Spirit, as well as Claire Holder, who's on the bench. This one should be easy for Kristanovska. Kristanovska as well played in the top tier some years ago now. It's good to see her back. Always had a pedigree about her, as Cross now drives into the area and Buchanan does very well there. Weather has been wild in Sydney to say the least today. We've had rain, wind, the sun, heat, you name it, we had it. Felt more like we were in Victoria for most of the day than in Sydney. So comment there for my friend Teo Pellizzeri. Always tends to bring up the Victorians and how much apparently better they are than New South Welshmen. Well, sorry Teo, we at least got the better weather, not today, but in general. Buchanan forced back here, trying to put the pressure on. They almost won the ball. It's still there for Caceres to win. Went out though. It'll be a throw to the Rangers. Fragale through for Pipino, and now Pipino drives forward, intercepted by Galea. Karmas rides the first challenge, but Kichi comes away with it. Now Fragale back for Kipadizov. Kilbride will restart play. He's Golding. Lancaster tried to beat Buchanan with a nutmeg, but gave the ball away. Foul there by Walker on Galea. Pengoff asking Galea to deliver this one into the area. Ball comes in from Galea. It's short, this one though. Still finds Boateng. Thought about the scissor kick from some way out. Pipino thought she won the ball, but Kos kept it alive. Now Al-Faraj just keeps it in. Plays it back here for Sloan. Ball into the box, and Kichi does very well to get a toe to that. Sloan, good touch from Sloan, has a shot, but straight down the guts of Sophie Magus. Koss comes across and clears away. Last touch there off the Rangers. It'll be another corner now for APIA. Can the visitors hit the front? The best chance of the game falling the way of Al-Faraj. Good ball in again from Lancaster. Pipino with the header, but wide of the target. Now Boateng looking to get beyond Kipadizov, but Walker comes across and helps. And now Walker looking to lift that one into the space behind the defence for Pipino, but put a little bit too much on it. Golding now with the throw for APIA. Here's Crofts. Uses the body very well, Ash Crofts. Couldn't find the pass to Pipino. Went down late there from the challenge from Koss, but no foul given. Don't think there was either. Fairness to the referee. Free kick for APIA. Another chance to deliver something into the box, and it's been spoken about in some circles, not too loudly, but APIA scored most of their goals from set pieces, and out of the 6 they've scored this season, 3 have been. Fair shout, but I don't see why that's a bad thing. They're dangerous from set pieces. Football is a game where set pieces quite an often occurrence. Ball whipped in, good delivery, headed away by Karmas. Caceres, great shot from Kilbride, but Kostanovska saw it all the way. Blocked there by Fragale. Didn't give up on it and kept it in. Thought it was going out for a moment. Now finds a pass to Walker, who released Lancaster first time, and somehow Lancaster keeps that in. 2 times in a row, APIA. I don't know how they managed to keep the ball in the field of play. Here's Crofts. Through for Pipino. It's a tough ball though from Pipino. Sorry, from Crofts. Tried to cut the defender Sloan in from behind, but instead it should have went out wide to Pipino's feet. Very windy here at Poppendetta Park this afternoon. Walker tries to flick it back off the nose of Lena Karmas. It'll be a throw-in to APIA. Here's Crofts trying to turn Emily Koss, and Koss had to react, won the foul as well. Van Gogh happy with that. Knows the danger that Ashcroft's presents. Definitely a tough player to handle. On that occasion though, Emily Koss did enough. Won her team a free kick. Here's Pipino. Square ball for Caceres. Excellent pass. Plays it on to Lancaster. Just got caught on the ball there. Now Pipino tries to combine with Ashcroft. Fragale gets the head of Boateng. Still Fragale. Kay Buchanan staying with her and showing her strength. Fragale has stayed down. Buchanan's gone and helped her up sportingly. Fragale, who has been selected in the Australian futsal camp team to potentially go to the Asian Cup. And read there by Kipadizov, and now space has opened up here for Caitlin Kipadizov. Options, can she find one? Crofts on the turn, thought about the volley, got caught in 2 minds there. Did Ash Crofts, wasn't certain whether to lay the ball off to Fragale or turn and hit the ball on the volley. In the end, neither. Great ball by Walker though now for Charlotte Lancaster, and a good delivery would be important here. Didn't quite wrap her foot around the ball. Just running out of space. Heavy first touch. And Fragale didn't left there, sliding in to put Holly Williams off. Here's Fragale again, forward for Lancaster, who's onside. Flag stayed down. Galea strong in that challenge. No foul. And still Galea has a second and a third bite and finally wins the ball. good games so far, but it's what we're expecting here. As I said, two very good teams. Two teams that in pre-season, in the pre-season podcast that is, I said I expect to be fighting for finals in Mount Druitt, and APIA challenging for the title and all possible silverware. And we're getting a game just like that. Great turn from Walker. Does well again there, Walker does. Buchanan across to help. Now Boateng. Kasha. Buchanan. Great work by Lancaster. Buchanan, square ball for Al-Faraj, and Pipino came across, but look at the pace of Al-Faraj. Golding comes across to help. Golding does well. Fragale in there as well, and look at this. Al-Faraj beats Golding, gets past Fragale as well, and now plays in Karmas. Karmas goes down. Lena Karmas somehow still has the ball, forced to Galea and just wouldn't sit on her left, would it there? Walker, all hands there from Galea, you could see it from here. Al-Faraj, after a couple heavy connections there, has stayed down for the moment and requires attention now. Straight to the substitutes bench. Turns Goff. Holly. In case Al-Faraj is unable to continue. Player that's always been very fast, always had a lot of potential, but also suffered through injuries throughout her career. Both coaches taking advantage here to speak to their players. Attard to Lancaster, Goff to Boateng and Buchanan. Faraj is back to her feet and walks off the sideline. Seems as though she should be okay to continue. Here's Kichik. Square for Kilbride. Pipino. Poor pass there by Pipino. Intercepted by Karmas, and now driving into the area. Crosses it across goal, and Boateng was lurking. Kichik's misclearance ends up in the hands of Magus, fortunately for her. Good challenge from Galea. Galea is very well up for this game. Lancaster having a proper battle. Galea there pushed Lancaster off the ball, and the referee just ensuring that there's no more of that. Walker heads it on. Flavin gets there ahead of as Boateng crosses, and Karmas forces some save from Magus. It was Flavin's ball forward for Boateng that saw an excellent delivery from her. Almost bring the home team into the lead on 27 minutes. Karmas forcing a very good save, reaction save from Sophie Magus. She would have seen that late. is Walker. Wide for Crofts is closed down by Williams. Lancaster heads it straight to Al-Faraj. And Al-Faraj has a bit of space out there if she chooses to go that way instead. Spreads the ball wide for Buchanan. She'll say the pass was intended for Buchanan, although I think it was for Boateng, who receives it in the end. Then Kiparizov does well there defensively to get back and ensure Boateng won't deliver another ball into the area. Third corner of the afternoon for Mount Druitt, and the two previous ones, they've caused the visitors some problem. Rosie Galea will deliver again. Hope to do the same this time. They'll bring her team into the lead. They've had the better chances so far, the home side. Galea delivers. Again, Karmas unmarked at the back post. It's the second time Lena Karmas all alone at the back post, but unable to create something from a very good position. The header from the earlier corner actually wasn't too bad. That one, though, one to forget for the veteran Lena Karmas. Buchanan wins the header, but goes back. Emily Koss is there. Williams under pressure. Now Kristanovska sends it long. Fragale under this one. Sloan now under pressure. Spreads it wide. Arrive from the champions. The MacArthur end. That's a heavy challenge from Sloan. Player in question. Lancaster stands over this one. Her last free kick was one to forget. This one much better delivery toward Kichik, headed away by Karmas. Attempt there, forces Kristanovska to tip over. It was Mel Caceres still searching for her first goal in APIA colours. Looping volley. Kristanovska had to claw that one out. It looked as though it might just sneak its way in. Golding will deliver this corner kick. Good ball in, to be too far though. Lancaster's there. Walker was there in support. Lancaster goes on her own. Tried to cut it back to Kichik, but Al-Faraj pinched it. Kichik strong in the challenge. Al-Faraj stronger though, and now can run at the APIA defence. Not much support for her. And a foul there by Christina Kichik on Al-Faraj. And fair play to Kichik. If there's one way to stop Al-Faraj on a counter, it's bringing her down and making the foul in really no man's land. It's not an area of the pitch where APIA should be ultimately concerned. Slows the game down, allows the team to get back into position. But then again, the delivery of Rosie Galea has been pinpoint this afternoon, so this could cause for concern for APIA. Cash up. Lancaster and Al-Faraj collide there as Galea delivers toward Boateng and lost the flight of that ball, did Boateng. Pipino now. Central to Fragale. Not much movement in the front third though for APIA. Very static. In fact, they don't even have enough players in that sort of an area to create problems. Lancaster loses out to Sloan. And now Galea picks it up. Also, though, searching for someone. Boateng on the back foot. Kiparizov plays it back to Magus. Golding forward for Lancaster. Koss comes across, can't avoid the throw, but does a dangerous attack for the visitors. Will still be APIA ball here though. Fragale. Cross comes across and clears again. Straight into the backyard of the neighbours. I'm sure they've got a great collection of footballs, the neighbours there. Wouldn't be a bad idea to sell them either. These balls are worth quite a bit these days. That one cleared there into the middle of the park, and Galea got an important touch there. Boateng for calmness, but Kipadizov comes across and does well there. Caitlin Kipadizov. Pipino rolls. Walker stands it up and slows it down. Looks for the right option and found it in Fragale. Farage again running at Golding. Great tackle from Fragale. Steal the ball with the home team and headed forward for Karmas from Galea. But Magus was aware to the danger. Magus looking for Crofts. Crofts had to get that right. She did. Fragale wins the ball off Kasha. Great football. This from APIA now. Caceres driving forward. Still Mel Caceres. Brought down from Cost, and she'll go into the book this time. Clear foul on Mel Caceres. We get the first yellow card of the afternoon. It was a good run from Mel Caceres. Lancaster will take this. You could hear the message from Brad Attar, just hit the target. Caceres is there too, as is Golding, but it will be Lancaster. Look at the space she has as well on that side, off the bar. Crofts on the rebound, and they can't put it away. They'll won't even get a corner kick from that. The bigger danger here for Mount Druitt is, I think, Holly Williams is down, but seems to be getting to her feet slowly. What a strike, though, from Charlotte Lancaster. I think Renee Kristanovska may have got a touch to that as well, but a powerful effort. Struck it so cleanly, did Charlotte Lancaster. I think that Kristanovska just managed to get fingertips to it. It looks as though she did. It was a good save from Kristanovska. I'll give it to her. I think she may have just got a touch to it to help it onto the bar. Good tackle from Buchanan. Fragale for Kilbride. Bolting almost stealing in there. Falls into the path of Crofts. Now Lancaster delivers into the box. Great ball. And Kristanovska comes out and saves well. Still there though for APIA. Comes to the edge of the area. Cleared away by Galea. Kilbride from distance, and that'll be easy. Kristanovska sees it out. We always knew this one was going to be a tight one, and it's proven to be exactly that so far. Meanwhile, across the grounds, Newcastle lead Manly by 1-0. Surprise there. Uni of New South Wales are up against the Macarthur Rams, 1-0. Western Sydney and Gladesville currently 0-0, as we mentioned yesterday. Two games were played yesterday. Spirit Drew with the Stingrays. Another ball goes into the next door neighbour's house this time. Spirit Drew with the Stingrays, and the Northern Tigers defeated Bulls FC Academy 2-1. Sydney Olympic and Sydney Uni not in action today. Peter Moore underwater after the heavy rainfall we've had over Sydney over the last couple of days, as Walker dances through a number of yellow jerseys. I'll tell you what though, Brad Attard and a few of his players weren't happy with the whistle going there. They wanted to play on. They felt like they were in a good position. Referee brought it back though. Lancaster, last free kick she delivered was good. Can she do the same here? Ball comes in toward Kichik, and Kristanovska comes and claims, and she's released Al Faraj, who wasn't looking but still has the pace to get there in front of Fragale. And Fragale is no slouch either. Caceres for Crofts. Now Walker has a look, has a go, wide of the target. Kristanovska wasn't sure, still got across to ensure that getting trouble hurt. Kristanovska sends it long, headed by Walker. Now Kichik, wide for Pipino, forward for Crofts again. Crofts doing enough. Crofts not giving up on this though. Crofts wide for Sloan. Walker comes and wins, and now Caceres in a great position, has a go, falls to Pipino, who scored a screamer last week and forces Kristanovska into a fingertip save. Almost had 2 bombs in 2 weeks. Excellent work from the APIA press to force the mistake. Caceres to get the ball out to Pipino. And an excellent save once more by Kristanovska. Corner comes in again. To the back post, Walker back across. Caceres couldn't fall for her there. Now Golding has a look. Forced to go back to Pipino. Al Faraj there with her. Will be another corner. Assistant coach from Mount Druitt getting a mouthful from the referee. As APIA get another corner, delivered by Golding now. Good ball in, headed away by Karmas. Important header. This will be the 5th corner now for APIA. It's been a good game, chances at both ends. I was going to say that Mount Druitt have had the better of the chances, but the last couple moments for APIA have been really, really good. As Lancaster delivers into a great area, but again, Karmas is there. Caceres back out to Lancaster. Good defending from Sloan and foul there by Lancaster. Unnecessary from Charlotte Lancaster. Didn't need to make the foul there. Kostanovska for Williams. Foul again by Lancaster. Made a couple fouls now. Need to be careful. Could find herself in the book for persistent fouling. Casher with a touch forward for Buchanan. Might just be a bit too heavy from Buchanan. It was. Goal kick to APIA. And now Druitt haven't been in this territory for a while now. It's interesting how the game has ebbed and flowed each way. Al-Faraj looking to turn Kiparizov, does so. Al-Faraj, great ball in, and Karmas. She was only a couple years younger, no doubt would have been there. Excellent ball from Al-Faraj. Into the final minute of the first 45. And we speak about if only Karmas was a year or two younger, she would have got there. Lena Karmas turns 39 in June. What a career she's had. As Boateng is fouled there by Kilbride. And she'll get a yellow card as well for that. Great run by Boateng. Back to Lena Karmas, turning 39 years old. I had a bit of a chuckle there saying that she was a couple years younger, but honestly, you wouldn't be able to tell. She's so fit, moving so well. Such a great player to have in the squad. So much experience in the game. And all these Mount Druitt players benefit from having her here. She will take this set piece for the home team. Kingswinger with a right. Will she test Magus? Too high, that one from Karmas, and you can hear she wasn't happy with herself either. That's the 45 done and dusted. We're into stoppage time already. It's up to the referee how much time will be added. No indication as yet. Can't imagine there'll be more than a minute or two. No goals, but a few chances. Flicked on by Caceres. Fragale wins the ball. Great challenge. Look at the space here for Kiparizov, but the pass from Lancaster wasn't what it needed to be. And now Boateng looking to go on a run. Here's Rita Boateng. Galea. Straight into the path of Kilbride. Pipino, forward for Cross. Great turn from Ash Crofts and an even better challenge from Emily Koss. And Buchanan's pass straight out over the sideline. Referee has a look at the watch. Look at the second watch. Still no whistle. Heavy challenge there from Galea on Caceres. And if we speak about Lancaster's persistent fouling, Galea's made a few herself. That'll be that for the first half. As the halftime whistle goes here at Popondetta Park, an exciting first half in the match of the round between the Mount Druitt Town Rangers and APIA Leichhardt. As the halftime whistle goes, It is Mount Druitt 0, APIA Leichhardt 0. Chances at both ends for both teams. Al Faraj had a great chance, saved by Sophie Magus, and again Magus came out on top, making a good save from Lena Karmas. But then APIA had some excellent chances of their own. First, Lancaster rattling the crossbar. I think Kostanovska may have got a fingertip to that effort. And then Kostanovska again to the rescue, this time saving a well-struck shot by Gisela Pipino. Half-time here, 0-0. We'll see you back in 15 minutes for an enthralling second period. Welcome back to the second half here at Popendetta Park. It's 0-0 between the Mount Druitt Town Rangers and APIA Leichhardt. And I'll tell you what, 15 minutes ago when these two teams went into the sheds, it was actually quite warm here. Now, there's a bit of a sprinkle coming along and it has got significantly colder as well. But that is the weather of today and this weekend. It's absolutely all over the place. But it hasn't stopped the action here. It's been a very, very good first 45 minutes. Chances at both ends. The home team had the two better chances to start the game. Sophie Magus making two excellent saves. But then Renee Kostanowska came to the party as well, pulling off two fine saves herself. Keep the score at 0-0 at half-time. I'm sure you can see the rain coming down now as the second half starts and APIA get us underway. Pipino battling away. Fragale comes away with the ball. Here's Kilbride. Over the top for Pipino. Excellent ball by Teal Kilbride. And Pipino gets her head up, delivers, but not many options in there. I mentioned that earlier in the broadcast. It seems as though APIA are struggling to get numbers forward. And you feel as though Milka Ceres should be that one, getting a little bit more into the front third. I said yet to open her account for her new club, like Olivia Sloan. Arrived at APIA from the MacArthur Rams. Sloan obviously at Mount Druitt, also from the Rams, the championship winning Rams. Well, sorry, the double winning Rams. Third grand final win in a row last year. What a season. What a dynasty it has been from them. But now it's the time for someone else to take that mantle. APIA are pretenders at the moment, but a team that definitely, in a club, in fact I should say, that have some very, very valid ambitions. Well organised from top to bottom. Excellent coaches throughout their program. And they want to win it all. They want to develop players. They want to bring the best players into the football club as well. And they want trophies, hungry for trophies, and hungry to be the best team in New South Wales. And similarly to Mount Druitt as well, with Ben Goff at the helm, proven track record with developing young players and creating good programs as well. He's doing the same thing at Mount Druitt now. He started a few years back. Here's Karmas. Now Al-Faraj. Bit of space there behind Kipadizov, and that's where Al-Faraj goes. Goes direct, and Magus did very well to hold on to that. The ball bounced right in front of her. It wasn't an easy one to hold for the APIA keeper. Kilbride comes across to help out Golding. Flicked on there by Walker for Lancaster. Crofts wants it forward. Lancaster, look at the space there for Walker. Excellent work from Lancaster. Should get this back on the right. She does. And Walker, an uncontrolled effort. Should have done better. Great work from Charlotte Lancaster, though, to find Walker. The space opens up for Mona Walker. Ball sent forward by Karmas. Strong challenge from Kipardizov. Had to get that right because again, Lukaya Al-Faraj creates a lot of problems with her pace and tried to do so again there. Last touch there off Buchanan. It'll be a goal kick. Mega sends it forward. Header one there by Williams. Looked like a handball from Al-Faraj. She's having a laugh about it as well. Got away with that one, did Rukaya Al-Faraj. He's Golding. Wide for Pipino. Yeah, Golding, such a talented young player. Good ball forward by Kilbride for Lancaster. Gets in front of Crofts. Cuts back on the left foot. Tess Kustanovska, but never really in danger was the Mount Druitt keeper there. Great touch from Karmas, or almost a great touch. Fragale came across. Here's Walker. Here's Kichik. On the bench for Mount Druitt, number 1, Laura Tredenick. Number 6, Holly Pender. Number 10, Claire Holder. Number 14, Holly Dalrymple. Number 24, Jessica Robinson. And number 35, Winnie Gow. For APIA, number 8, Hannah McNulty. Number 9, Brinley Gentle. Number 13, Jordan Jasnos. Number 25, Aurelia Collins. Number 28, Beth Crawford. And number 30, Paige Cuthill. Here's Cash up. Wide for Sloan. Looking for Boateng, but Golding read that. Strong challenge between Golding and Cash has come off second best here. And Fragale won't care because she's continued playing. Pipino out to Fragale. Option square for Fragale. It takes too long though to make a decision, and Emily Koss eats that all up. Goal kick. Fragale had to play that ball square. The options were there in the middle, but got caught in two minds, I'd say. Kustanovska sends it long. Fragale wins the first header. Falls to Lancaster. Here's Kichik, and Cash is definitely struggling now. Should be a big loss. Already lost the midfielder in Keiko Tanaka for this game. Did Ben Goff, and if he loses Natalie Kasha, that'll be a real kick in the teeth for him. Sent his whole bench to warm up now as well. There's a strong challenge from Golding. Run through some live scores around the grounds. Western Sydney Wanderers lead the Ravens by 1-0. A disappointing start to the Ravens this season. We'll get to see them up and close and personal next week when they take on Sydney Uni in the match of the round. Uni of New South Wales lead the Rams by 2-0. The Jets were winning 1-0 last time we checked. They're up now 2-1, and Manly is down a player as well. So interesting results all round as Kasha makes her way over to the sideline. Not sure if she'll be able to continue. He's hobbling somewhat. We'll see if she can continue or not. Walker coming across to some advice. Scored. Holly Dalrymple now has Ben Goff to come on in place of Kasha. Poor pass there by Kilbride, and now Boateng can drive forward. Cuts it back, looking for Karma, some ball. The flag was raised anyway. And that substitution will take place now. Dalrymple on in place of Kasha. Here's Boateng. Good defending from Kichik and excellent defending from Kichik in the end. Mega sends it long. Karmas under that one. Heads it forward and Kichik slices the clearance. Might go out for a corner here. It does. Puts the visitors under pressure. Ball goes to the far post. Karmas heads it down for Kos. Calls of handball. It's still there, but now Apia survive and Caceres leading the counter. Look at the space for Pipino. She should have carried it a bit more. Pipino now back for Caceres. Transitioning well, though, the home side. Now Caceres has a look up. Finds Crofts. Back out wide to Walker. Look how quickly Mount Druitt get back in defence. Lancaster lifts this one high. Crofts was there, and Kristanovska does so well. Now Golding delivers it back into the danger area. Almost falls for Lancaster. Good turn from Dalrymple. Here's Sloan now going the other way for the home team. Good ball out to Boateng. And now Boateng looking to beat Kilbride. She does so. Ball across. And Fragale comes across with a smart challenge. Really end-to-end a fantastic game of football so far. Galea will take this corner kick. Outswinger this time. Lofted in toward the far post. Karmas the obvious target. And that ball just missing Fragales. And again now, Apia look to counter. Caceres closed down by Flavin, but still has the ball. Golding looking to get around Pipino. There the ball goes into that area, but Golding just facing the wrong way. Kilbride sends that one out over the sideline. Sloan plays it forward, headed away by Kilbride now. Karmas thought about the shot. Karmas rides the challenge from Fragale, plays it out wide. Cuts it back toward Galea, but intercepted by Pipino. Great feet from Pipino, and she releases Lancaster, who's got acres of space in front, but Buchanan has the speed to catch her and almost finds Crofts with a low cross there. Cross into the box again. Williams has to deal with that. Had a lot more time, but no communication from any teammate there. Williams really could have taken control there and perhaps tried to find a pass, as Hannah McNulty comes in for the visitors in place of Gisela Pipino. McNulty, one of APIA's big off-season signings, arriving from the Northern Tigers. A big move because nobody expected that. I mean, everyone's gotten so used to seeing Hannah McNulty in the green and white. She's replaced it with the maroon of APIA. Now looking for success with them. Struggled with injury though in her early time here. Walker does well. Fouled there by Flavin. It gives the opportunity in a very good position for APIA to really deliver something dangerous into the area. If you heard Ben Goff down there, not the area for fouls. This is the danger area, in particular when you have someone on either side of the park like Lancaster and from Mount Druitt, Galea. Caceres just hanging in the gap there, but Olivia Sloan is well aware to the danger that Caceres could pose there.
Stay front, Rosie, stay front!
Goes direct as Lancaster, and Kristanovska just manages to grab a hold of that and releases early here Dalrymple. Was on the gallop and tried to feed in there. Al-Faraj didn't quite find the pass. Overweighted there. Here's Golding. Boateng trying to slow her down and perhaps win the ball. Came close, but Golding manages to keep possession. Now Kiparizov. Of course, no Tanya Borazio for APIA. We haven't seen her yet this year. We know her importance to this APIA team as well. Out with injury at the moment and hopefully not too far away. Great ball, looking for Boateng, but too much on it from Galea, and she's just telling Boateng, you've got to take the gamble there and you've got to move earlier. The ball's put in a good area, but if the gamble's not taken, well, there's no chance that Boateng will get on the end of it. Karmas. Crofts picks it up. Ball looking for McNulty. Buchanan should get this under control. Plays it back to Kristanovska. APIA stepping up here. They've won the ball through Walker. Given away by the Mount Druitt goalkeeper. McNulty combining with Lancaster. Good challenge there. Well, it was the original challenge was good from Williams, but it was the second one where she took the legs out of Lancaster. Can't have too many complaints with that. As Ben Goff said only moments ago, you can't give fouls away in these sorts of areas. In the first half, Lancaster almost from an identical sort of range hit the bar. And Renee Kristanovska Can expect the same here. Another powerful effort incoming. Lancaster this time into Boateng. And good defending from Rita Boateng. Getting the plaudits from the bench as well. Here's Galea. Forward for Karmas. Still Karmas. Feeds the ball wide. Cross comes in and Magus. Well, Sophie Magus didn't get a touch there. I think it came off the bar. Cross from Buchanan, I think it was, almost turned into a goal for the home side. Would have been an unlikely way to hit the front, but who would have cared? Cross heads it on, but out over the sideline. McNulty back for Kitchik. Here's Kitchik again, driving forward from defence. So important when you can have a central defender who's confident to do that. Ball toward the back post. As I was saying, it's important having a player like Christina Kitchik in your team that has the confidence to dribble out of defence and into the midfield. Also scored 2 goals already this season. Came in the same game against the Gladesville Ravens, but a definite danger from set pieces. Christina Kitchik, good signing for Brad Attard's team. Arrived from the Football New South Wales Institute. Farage can't bring that one down. Caceres loses out to Karmas. It was Al-Faraj that got in her way. Here's Walker. Good challenge from Al-Faraj. Almost falls into the path there of Boateng. It was Dalrymple that made the forward run. Dalrymple and Walker running into each other. Dalrymple, the substitute, coming off second best. The ball looked definitely out from here, but I guess the assistant referee is closer than what we are. Has a better view. Caceres looking to turn away from Flavin. Karmas came to help, as did Al-Faraj. Foul goes the way of the visitors. I'll tell you what, Mount Druitt players and coaching staff and fans are not happy with that decision. Al-Faraj has stayed down as well. Not sure that Al-Faraj may be able to continue. She's back to her feet now, but looks like she's hurting, really beating the walls this afternoon. Put her body on the line. Second time she's required attention as well. Al-Faraj also fasting, so energy levels may be a little lower. Crofts tries to turn away from Koss. Played in Caceres, but wasn't the best pass. Here's Lancaster, tried to turn away from Flavin. Karmas came across. Fragale will have to go strong here. Al-Faraj picked it up though. Karmas now too much on that pass for Dalrymple. Kipadizov should deal with it. Dalrymple didn't give up on it. And luckily for APIA, Kipadizov was aware till the end, stayed focused. Here's McNulty. Forward for Walker. And now APIA trying to catch Mount Druitt out now, a team that's transitioned so well. Caceres into the area, still Mel Caceres. Tried to get the shot away, and that's a poor clearance by Buchanan. Lancaster goes down. And I thought the ref was going to blow for a penalty there for a moment. The whistle went to the mouth, but waves it away. Hearts were in mouths, I tell you now, for a moment there. And more than halfway through this second half, 20 minutes remain, plus some change. Newcastle, still lead Manly 2-1. UNSW now home and hosed with a 3-0 lead over the MacArthur Rams. Western Sydney have doubled their advantage against Gladesville. It's 2-0 there. And obviously, the only game with no goals at the moment. Great touch there from Crofts. McNulty wanted it. She saw the pass, but didn't quite get there. It was a good idea from Crofts. It was an excellent run from Hannah McNulty. Here's Walker. Now McNulty gets it. Back to Walker. Leaves it for Fragale. Al-Faraj is very interested. Al-Faraj putting the pressure on Fragale. Here's Walker. Clips it forward. It's a nothing ball though. Wasted possession. Something that we're not quite used to from Mona Walker. It's giving possession away so cheaply. Values it so well as Rita Bolateng now goes down. As I said, first start of the year, probably struggling with a bit of cramp, it seems like it. He needs to keep everyone fresh here, Ben Goff, because APIA look like they are full of energy as Kipadizov makes a run forward from left back. Finds Crofts now. Fragale looking for the run of Golding, who comes late. Now Walker spreads it wide. Good football from APIA. Golding, though, closed down by Sloan. Still Mia Golding. Back out to Fragale and Soldo short. Someone's gone down. I think it's Holly Williams. Al-Faraj still battling hard. Williams also looks to be struggling with a bit of cramp at the moment. So Rita Boateng go down not too long ago as well. Goff just sending his substitutes to all warm up now. Goff ensuring that they're not left with a hole in the centre of defence when Williams comes off now after receiving treatment. Karmas has orchestrated that everyone's in a position. Here's Crofts. Good challenge from Karmas, so full of running. As I said earlier, turns 39 in June and still running more than most of the players on the park. She's absolutely everywhere. Here's Karmas. Well spread out here for Dalrymple, who manages to keep it in, and she's got a bit of pace about her as well. Here's Al-Faraj. Al-Faraj goes back out to Dalrymple, who's offside, and that's very, very poor from the substitute, and just bad discipline. Lancaster comes and picks that up and tried to play the first time ball. Tired decision there from Lancaster. He said that APIA looked a lot better. They've started to make a few mistakes themselves now. Heavy legs may be coming into effect now as well. Sloan rides a couple challenges. Wide to Boateng. Al-Faraj goes for goal and Magus collects that easily. McNulty. Back for Kiparizov. Now Kichik. Kilbride forward, looking for Walker. Galea comes away with it. Now Galea looking for Karmas. Magus has come. Important touch there from Sophie Magus. Lena Karmas thought she was in. It was an excellent ball from Rosie Galea. Really thread the needle there. Caceres gives it up now to Flavin. Dalrymple doesn't keep it in.
Get across, Rita, get across, lock it in. Rita, get across.
Less than 15 minutes remain here. Still no goals. The only game of the round, aside from yesterday's 0-0 draw between Spirit and Stingrays, that hasn't seen a goal as yet. Caceres does well to hold on to possession. Golding making the forward run. Gets the ball now. Walker, look at that, running around, giving the extra option. Now they've got numbers in attacking spaces, and Golding can't find the pass. And Kilbride will need to go back to her goalkeeper here because Rita Boateng was right on her touch. Kichik robbed by Al-Faraj, and Walker comes and picks it up. Al-Faraj can't play off the ground anyway, so not really much to complain from her. Would have been a free kick the other way. Kichik comes in, tried to get ahead of Al-Faraj. Dalrymple does well to get the throw. Magus claims that comfortably. Holly Pender and Claire Holder ready to come on for the home team. And Jessica Robinson, triple sub incoming for Ben Goff. He knows he needs to keep his team fresh here. How that affect the way they've been playing though. They've been quite stern in defence, transitioning well. Dangerous on the counter as well. Here is Fragale. Spreads it wide for Caceres. Fragale makes the good forward run there into the gap and now spreads it wide for McNulty. Space here for the substitute McNulty. Well defended. Still there for Fragale, but not enough on that effort at all. She's disappointed with herself, and that says it all. Kichik does well to win that head up. Wide now for Golding, who's really got involved. And still Mia Golding. Space just opens up for Mia Golding. The right back drives forward. Out wide to McNulty. And Buchanan again. Good defending. And a real good job on both McNulty and Lancaster. The referee says the last touch came off the APIA substitute and that it'll be a Mount Druitt throw. Lancaster comes off for the speedy Jordan Jasnos. Rita Boateng off for Jessica Robinson. Tian Flavin comes off for Claire Holder. And Lena Karmas off for Holly Pender. The veteran gets an early rest. Can tell you, one player that does not like coming off. And Jordan Jasnos now. Good time to come in for her. We know how much pace she has. As long as she's direct toward goal, can really cause damage to Mount Druitt. Pacey winger. Suffered from injury herself over the last couple years. Hoping to play some more first team football this year. Such a talent when she was younger as well. On the books of the Wellington Phoenix at one point. Sloan gets that out to Holder. Looking for Alfarage. Flag stays down. Alfarage back for Sloan. And now Galea straight into Sophie Magus. If you wanted one player in a yellow shirt to be in that position, I can tell you now, it would have been Rosie Galea. What an opportunity wasted. Throw in for the visitors. McNulty back for Golding. Fragale in a difficult position, but did well to at least come away with a throw. Cleared forward now into the feet of Alfarage. And well recovered from Estelle Fragale. Here's Golding. Pass is off. Here's Crofts. Crofts sticking with her and wins the corner. Is it time for Brinley Gentle for Brad Attard? We know she came on last week and grabbed the winner in stoppage time. Surely he's thinking about that. She's warming up here on this near side. As Golding takes over corner kick duty from the right side. With Lancaster coming off. Golding delivers toward the far post. Kicic wins the first header. Still not cleared. Now it is. Golding will pick it up. Back to Fragale. Good feet from Estelle Fragale. Splits it wide for Kicic. Kicic driving now. It's a heavy challenge from Holder. Jasnos. Tries to use her pace, but ran out of real estate. Goes out for a throw. Dalrymple making the challenge. Caceres. Midfield magician. Gets the ball out to Golding. It's now 2-2 up at Lake Macquarie between the Jets and Manly. Yeah, still 3 to the good against the Rams. And Western Sydney likewise 2 to the good against the Ravens as McNulty drives into the centre. Played out wide by Fragale, but falls to Holder, who's looking for Al-Faraj. And look at the pace. Vegas was taking no chances. Galea for Dalrymple, but Croft's back defending. Galea not giving up on that. All the way back. Now played forward. Headed on by Kipadizov. And Fragale's pass doesn't find Jasnos. Goff just asking Rosie Galea to sit deeper and not take many risks. Goff will take a point here. He knows the quality of the opponent. As Koss plays it forward, Kilbride heads away. Inside the final 5 minutes here, and the rain starts to come down once more. Al-Faraj tried to turn away from Kilbride and wins the free kick. It's a good area, and these are those dangerous areas. Opportunity now. For Mount Druitt to create something. Claire Holder will take this one. Holder goes direct to goal. Claire Holder scores an absolute screamer for Mount Druitt Town Rangers in the 87th minute. That is an absolute spectacular free kick. The substitute, we know what she brings, and that is an absolute classic of a goal. Mount Druitt take the lead in the dying moments of this one. A beautiful strike from Claire Holder. And straight away, Brad Attard goes to the bench, brings on Brinley Gentle. And you know that Claire Holder, if we think Rosie Galea is dangerous from set pieces, well, Claire Holder is a free kick specialist. And she proved it there. And APIA heading for defeat number 1 of the season. Mount Druitt heading for their biggest ever win. Here's Crofts, cleared away. And forward there by Holder. Needs to hold on to possession there. You feel like Brinley Gentle should have been brought on earlier in this game to try and win it for the visitors. I expected her to come in a bit sooner into the game, especially after scoring the winner last week. Great football there to get out of that trap from the visitors, but they're just stuck in this corner. And Fragale now, they're resorting to long balls, but hasn't really worked for them. Now Druitt, faithful, very excited, all off the bench. Referee just letting him know that only one can be standing. Great turn from Walker. Mona Walker plays it into the feet. Well, tried to find the feet of Crofts. Run comes here from Jasnos late, but Williams clears away. Are we on the way to a big, big surprise here at Popondetta Park? Claire Holder, that was special. A worthy game winner if it was to hold out. Chance, ball across goal, and well saved by Kristanoska. She's been massive for Mount Druitt as well. He's pinned up. Holding it up. Couldn't find someone though. Ball goes out for a throw. We're into the final minute now. Throw goes the way of the home team. This is what they'll want. They want the ball in this part of the pitch. And now penned up. The substitute had to go with the left and just wide of the target. That is the 90 done and dusted. We're into stoppage time now. This is APIA time though. We know they like a late goal. The ball's not where they need it to be. And I can make the comment now because at least the draw is safe, you'd like to think, for the home team. But speaking to Ben Goff pre-game, they have never lost on this synthetic pitch here since they've been playing on it. Did make mention to it for the Instagram stories, but now I can say it in the broadcast. And it looks as though they'll continue that record against one of the best team in the competition. In the corner is Buchanan as Kipadizov comes to help. Wins the throw. It's hard in the women's game because we aren't notified by a fourth official because there isn't one to let us know how much time will be added. It's only up, the referee only knows now, and her assistants as Dalrymple makes a good run forward. Goff has a look at his own clock. He's an experienced campaigner. Was an excellent footballer in his own right. Such a shame he didn't make more of a career out of the game, but here's Al Faraj to make the point safe for Mount Druitt! And she blasts it home beyond Sophie Magus. And the Mount Druitt Town Rangers will score the biggest win on advantage and secures the points for Ben Goff's team. What a victory. Rukaya Al Faraj with her first of the season. She's feeling it now too. I think the celebration's taken a lot out of her. Still not over those. Crossed, looks to turn. Cleared away by Williams, has been excellent, as has Emily Koss. Substitution now, and Rukaya Al Faraj has worked so hard for 90 plus minutes. Deserves a loud round of applause from her teammates as Weni Gao comes in to replace her. Excellent work by Al Faraj this evening. Ball sent forward now. Can't be much more time remaining. We're into the 4th minute of stoppage time. Kichik makes a good run out of defence, but can't find the pass. What a win for Ben Goff's team. Newly promoted, but definitely not playing like it. A team that's heading for finals football already at this early part by making a statement with a big win against APIA Leichhardt, full-time at Popendetta Park. The Mount Druitt Town Rangers defeat the league-leading APIA Leichhardt by 2-0. That is the first defeat of the season for Brad Attard's team after definitely played that way. So solid at the back. And they punished in the front third. An excellent performance. It was a great game in general. Opportunities at both ends as the rain really starts to come down. And we'll sign off here. Full time at Popondetta Park. The Mount Druitt Town Rangers 2. APIA Leichhardt 0.